So what are the qualities of Saturn? Means what does Saturn mean in your chart? Saturn means your karma, basically what you have to go through in your life, because as I told you, Saturn is the slowest of all planets. Saturn is the only planet which gives perseverance. It slows you down. It helps you to realize that all people are important. So what does it denote? It denotes grief. It denotes hardship. It denotes tapasvi, means whoever love to meditate, or for meditation you need concentration, you need perseverance, you have to sit in one place for hours together. So you have to have a strong Saturn for that. It makes you work hard to achieve anything. It makes your body slow. It makes your life significant as that of a tortoise that carries the weight on your back. Also, slow and steady wins the race. So that is the characteristic of Saturn. It is very important for researchers, very important for scientists. They have to work on a project for years together. Then they get results. So for them, Saturn is very important. When you become a servant, you pull down your ego and accept everything in life. So Saturn basically attacks your ego. Soul mantra to pass this period, like I told you before, Saturn takes 2.5 years to go through one house, to travel one house basically. So that's what it teaches, discipline in your life. Its sole aim is moksha through karma, and only karma. It only identifies deeds. Shani also signifies old. Therefore, people in this dasha looks as a premature old. I mentioned in the previous lecture, Saturn does not kill, it makes you suffer. I have discussed about 7.5 years. So 7.5 years is important if Shani and Moon are together in a person during that period, like what we call a state simillimum. So you find that you are going through this Sadesati, or you find that person or the patient is going through this Saturn period for 7.5 years. That the state simillimum would be some drug like natrum, amra, or if he's revengeful and if he has fissures, then you can think of nitric acid as a drug. Aurum. All depressive medicines you can think about in Saturn period. See, now we come to Rahu and Ketu. So Rahu and Ketu are part of a dragon. So Rahu is parts. Rahu was the head which fell in the North Pole, and Ketu was the tail, which or the from the trunk, which went into South Pole. So these are called nodes. That is why they are called nodes. So Rahu has nectar till the head, till the neck, and Ketu is devoid of this Amrit. So this is a story of Rahu and Ketu, basically. You can see the head of Rahu, the head is Rahu and the tail is Ketu. These are, it is also called snake. So they represent a snake, the head of the snake and tail of the snake. And Rahu is the only, it's not a planet, but it's a shadow which can shadow the sun. So sun can combust all planets. I had already given you that in the article. But When Rahu comes with the sun or when moon comes with sun, it causes eclipse. Eclipse means Rahu gobbles the sun totally. So that is the sun becomes dark during eclipse. So you have got solar eclipse and you have got lunar eclipse. So all the powers of the sun or the moon are gone during eclipse. So Rahu is the cause of birth, is the cause of desire. Why they say we are born in this world? Because of desire. Without desire, we are content. We are not born at all. We are in moksha state. So he is the cause of birth of all desire. So Rahu is an illusion. If you acquire anything through a non-conscientious means, that means it is due to Rahu. So false ego, corruption, gambling, luck, politicians, bad politicians, but majority politicians are bad. So we can say they are under influence of Rahu. Alcoholic, drug addicts, getting cheated and cheating is also because of Rahu. So possessiveness is because of Rahu. So Rahu is dangerous than Shani because Shani will not harm anybody who is good, who is karmavadi, who does not do anything bad. But Rahu, even when he attacks a saint or when he is in a saint's chart, he can become corrupt. So suddenness in his life is due to Rahu. Sudden rise or sudden fall. Like we have Harshad Mehta. You must all be knowing he was a stockbroker. He was one of the richest man in India. And suddenly he fell because of his deeds. Everything, he became bankrupt. That was because of this. This is because of Rahu. So if in a chart you have got Rahu and Venus together, then think of drug remedies, sudden hysterical type of constitutions, animal remedies, snake remedies. People might suffer from schizophrenia. So it is either Rahu or Venus. It's more towards Rahu and Moon together. So Rahu and Venus increases sensuality or sexuality in a person. So drug like Sancris, the drugs like Ustiligo, Murex, nymphomania, you can take the symptom or the rubric nymphomania or libertinism. So Rahu plus Shukra plus Guru. Think of staff and lilium tick. This is one of the combination, like I told, Sun and Saturn also you can think of staff. And Rahu plus Shukra plus Guru means what it means ki sexuality alternating with religiousness. You have got that rubric. Or the person has to be religious to suppress his sexual desire. So there is Staphysagra, there is lilium tick, there is platina. These are the three medicines which are indicated. So in a chart, if you got Rahu and Shani, so this is Rahu and Shani, we call it Vishyog, is the main combination for all chronic diseases and lingering diseases. There can also be a possibility of getting raped or rape another person. So Rahu in Scorpio, basically AIDS, HIV can be possible. Rahu with Moon is suspicious. So normally I have seen that 99% of animal remedies have Rahu with Moon, or Rahu's degrees and the Moon's degree are very similar, or they're suspicious in nature. There are some like carcinosin also has got this picture because it is cancer, so they have to have Rahu and Moon together. In patients suffering from cancer, then look at Rahu. Like I told you, Rahu is growth, is greed, again like Guru. So Rahu Guru combination you can find in cancers, or people going through Rahu Dasha that will, or Guru Dasha will take up Dashas next time. You will find cancers in them. Ketu is responsible for moksha. Ketu is basically looking inside you. It is enlightenment. So Ketu basically didn't get the Amrit, so he's always behind enlightenment. So majority of people who have Ketu very strong in their chart, you will find them uh, the desire to get enlightened, desire to stay alone, desire they desire for tranquility. So they are not after materialistic gains. Salvations teaches you in a hard way, teaches you in grief. Like Shani, if we say is grief, Ketu is syphilitic Shani, Saturn. Like Shani can make you suffer, Ketu can destroy you. Like in Rahu's period, you greed, everything goes down suddenly. That going down suddenly also can be related to Ketu. The most important drug is wherever you find indifference in patients to anything, indifference to company, indifference to sex, indifference to people, longing to be alone. The planets responsible are Saturn and Ketu. Ketu would be more syphilitic, means you will have suicidal tendencies in Ketu. Ketu teaches you basically like example of Gautam Buddha, where everything was destroyed and then he went to gain moksha. Means he saw death everywhere. When till that time he had everything in his life. Means he was no grief had touched him till that time, and he saw this and suddenly he left everything. So that is the effect of Ketu. Means Ketu is syphilitic. So suicidal tendency, Saturn with Moon plus Ketu combination. So you will have suicidal tendencies. All autoimmune diseases come under influence of Ketu. MND, RA, rheumatoid arthritis, autoimmune destructions from within. So mainly all syphilitic diseases. All suicidal drugs will come under Ketu. Marasmus is Shani and Ketu together. It's like drugs like abrotenum, Cecalcor,